Hello everyone, it is me, Cotote, and I bring to you a very special final Disney cast. I'm here with the remaining hosts of the tournament, Kolapro and TK.
Hello.
Hello.
We've lost a few people along the way, but we're still here, and we're here to kind of wrap up the Disney Dash tournament, which finished late last month. And the final parts of the grand finals were just uploaded the other day. And yeah, it actually didn't go for that long. It went for about 2.5 months. It did go longer than I think many hoped. I think they wanted it to be finished by Christmas time, but they unfortunately missed that by a couple of days. But it's over, and it happened. And what do you think, TK? You were the only one of us who was like a host or anything since the beginning. What do you think of Disney Dash in hindsight?
I think it was a great experience, first of all. I want to thank everyone that was part of it, like, in any way. Like, viewers, spectators, commentators, players, everyone, especially the mod team. They did a really great job, and thank you guys also, both of you, for being part of this. Like,
No problems.
it was really a great experience. Like, yeah, like, it's like my first ever hosting. Well, we didn't get along with the other two hosts, but we managed to like we managed to get it done.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I
think
think there was some internal turmoil amongst the mods and the hosts for this tournament. That's for sure. But when it came down to it, I still, we still, moved it towards the end point, and I think everyone did a very good job of making it all happen, contributing to it, to the tournament. And there'll be some people who will say like, oh, Disney Dash, um, you know,
It sucked.
it sucked, or well, I would not, I don't know if
It's a
that many people
failure.
would even be that harsh, but there'll be people who are critical of it because of some of the drama that happened during it. And like, let me be clear that I think that the tournament overall was a very fun experience for most people, um, and especially when it got to some of the later rounds. I think that the drama had dissipated, seemed to dissipate. It didn't seem to really be there anymore, and I had a lot of, I think every race of Disney Dash I tremendously enjoyed. So I'm definitely not one of those people who had a bad experience or anything. Um, but yeah, thank you, I guess, to Lucas, Danta, um, TK, and Cola, the four hosts who made it all happen. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're not here with Smudgy. I know Smudgy said that he might want to be on the show. If he was online, we would have added him. So apologies, Smudgy, for not having you with
He's
us.
busy, basically.
He
Yeah.
is busy. Let's go back right to the beginning. So right at the beginning, there was a discussion of which games would be picked as the mandatory games. Um, how do you feel about all of the games now, Cola Pro, after tournament's over? What do you think about all the mandatory games? Were they all worth it? Did they all pass the test of being games that should have been played in a Disney tournament?
The mandatory games, yes. I mean, all of the game. You could argue that Pixar, Toy Story 2, isn't Disney, but that game is
It is
like
good.
Well, no,
the
it's
most
a bit
popular
late
game.
for that because half of the mandatory games weren't Disney. Like
Yeah,
neither
true,
was
true
Bugs Life
as
or
well.
Monsters
Yeah,
Inc.
Bugs Life as well. And yeah, so yeah, these games, they were, well, we chose them. I think it was good choices. Like these
You reckon?
games, they were chosen.
I heard a fair bit of criticism on Tarzan. A lot of people did not like Tarzan. What do you think about Tarzan, TK?
Personally, I think that Tarzan should have been a mandatory game, just because it's like the only real Disney game that was tied to a movie, and like
Yeah, it
we
was.
we had to have
Mm,
a Disney game there. It should be like, I don't know, like, we had
yeah, it was
the
mandatory to have
missions,
that as a mandatory
the
game. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because
yeah,
if it was just the other five, then it would have been yeah, it would have just been either just Pixar and then 2 movies based on other kind of Disney stuff, not like official Disney movies. So it kind of had to be. And I think there was like, I think we talked about this earlier in one of the early casts, but like it's like a question of like Tarzan or like Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. I think like Lilo and Stitch. I played it. I got very frustrated with the game. It's quite frustrating. So I think Tarzan overall was a good choice, and I did enjoy the part one of the grand final, which featured Tarzan. How about TK? What did you think about Donald Duck? Do you think that was worthy?
Um, Donald Duck. I think that one should have been like not mandatory but encouraged, because like it's a great game, but it's not like a big game to play. Like we don't have a lot of stuff. I don't know, like it's straightforward. Like we can do a lot of stuff with it. Like in terms of goals and creativity, we can't be so much creative. Like there's Donald Duck, Monsters Inc. and Tarzan. All those three, I think they should have been like encouraged. But the only reason why Donald Duck was like mandatory is because first of all, it's a great game, and
Wasn't
it
that good enough
had like
reason?
one of like the Disney mascots, like Donald Duck.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I mean, Cola probably liked Donald Duck because it's kind of like a Crash ripoff. But like I
It
remember
is.
when we were gonna do, the Crash tournament 1 for 2. I think a lot of people were wondering like how could you actually make Crash kind of interesting? How could you make Crash speed running actually like not boring to watch? And I think that
It is hard.
it's well, I think it's possible for the same thing. Like, did you actually make a bingo for Donald Duck? I know you made a bingo for all
I
of
did.
the. You did?
I
Yeah, he
did.
did.
You
Yeah.
did. Did it ever get played in the tournament?
The one in Bingo Sync, no, but they played like in
They
the
play
final
the
chance 4-way.
yeah the
We
final
did
chance
like
for.
a big 7-on-7 bingo board. I made
Oh,
that
right.
Yeah,
board, and it was
you
really
should know
great.
that. You should have watched the video then.
No, I haven't seen. I haven't seen all of the matches. I've just watched. I watched the 3-parter grand final, but I haven't seen. There's like a fair bit of matches I haven't watched. So yeah, I apologies, but there's a lot. There was a lot there. So you made one. There's one on Bingo Sync. There's Dylan Duck board on Bingo Sync at the moment,
Yep,
and
Yeah.
and that's one
there
you
is
made.
one.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna quickly have a look at it, and I'm just gonna see if just by looking at it, if I think it's actually a good looking board or not. Oh, it's called Donald Duck, not Donald Duck. Donald Duck. So
Really?
it is, yeah.
That's a
Nice.
typo. Yeah, that should be a typo.
That's based.
Did you get to play it much at Cola during the tournament?
Did I get what? Sorry.
Did you get to play it much?
I played it against yeah, I played it against Mudgy. I played it for the seedings as well, which
Oh, yeah.
I guess you can.
Did you win against Smudgy?
No, he beat.
No.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and I underestimated the game's potential of how big of a skill gap it can actually have.
Oh really?
I thought it couldn't have such a big skill gap, but after I played Smudgy, I thought like, damn dude,
Yeah, me
this
too,
actually,
I played
this
so
act-
much game.
yeah, this is actually like a game that you need to practice to get good at, which I didn't think that it was like in the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the bingo
So-
board. It does have a lot of similarities to like Crash 2 bingo board. So yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at this. I think I would find this fun especially if I knew how to play the game properly. I reckon I would actually find this bingo board fun. Yeah, there was just
Yeah,
so
like the best thing to know, just don't die.
don't die. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like one of the mandatory things. Yeah,
Well,
don't
But
I
die.
mean,
I would say that not dying is hard, like
Yeah,
in-
no.
especially in Magica. That girl, she can fuck herself. That witch, and she's in pain in the ass for a lot of people.
It is. Yeah.
Like for Fissure, it was a pain in the ass. For me, it was pain in the ass. So
For Dark Lizards as
for
well.
Lizard,
Yeah.
it was, yeah. It's something like Tomb Raider for people in Donald Duck. And what did I want to say? and Warp Room, or Warp Room World, I guess 4,
Yep. True.
and the World 3. They're both very hard, and especially World the last level in World 3 is especially hard for me.
This is surprising. The Crash Master saying all this stuff is hard.
Yeah.
I guess I have to play the game, to be honest.
I mean,
You should.
I never practiced the game in the tournament. I haven't practiced for my race against Magic because I underestimated him and I underestimated.
I did a lot less practice than I expected I would end up doing in the tournament. There were a couple of races that I practiced a little bit. Mainly the Dalmatians races against Noel, and then against you and Game Sendy. And then
was great, yeah.
And then I practiced for like an hour before the Danta race, and I almost beat him. So, but I didn't practice as much as I wanted to. I was just a little bit busy with stuff, unfortunately. Kind of sucks because I thought I could have done pretty well if I actually did practice a fair bit, bit more.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm just looking at the other games. So yeah, Monsters Inc. I think people generally like Monsters Inc. a fair bit. I didn't see people scold that game too much.
Except me and TK.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with Monsters
don't
Inc?
like the game.
What's wrong with
it's boring.
Nothing is wrong with it.
It's boring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. It is boring. Yeah.
Well, it's boring because you couldn't actually make a proper bingo board for it because there's no. Unfortunately,
also that,
playing through the game for me it was boring. Like I played through all the games.
It's a long game.
At some point in my life.
It would be a funner game if there was like an all levels cheat or something, a proper one, not like a shitty one. Like
definitely.
Even Lucas says, like, from a casual
perspective, it's a bad game. Yeah.
It's a bad game, but from speedrunning, it's good. I can see that.
Like if you know the strats,
So
there's like a lot of
me and TK, and I mean TK did most of the legwork, but we were trying to find like somehow like a cheat or a Game Shark or something where we could start from like with all levels unlocked in Monsters Inc. so we could make a bingo save, because all the other games you can play bingo on them pretty well because they're able to. You're either able to kind of get a save where you can recollect everything, or you can get a save which just has all the levels unlocked and nothing else collected. But Monsters Inc. is not one of those ones. It's like if you have things collected, you can't go and recollect them. And there's no all levels cheat. And there's one Game Shark where you can you have all levels unlocked, but like it doesn't have the
power-ups.
Yeah, not all the power-ups are unlocked, and then when you get a bronze medal, it like takes you back to like Desert Pursuits. Like it's kind of fucked. We're talking about that Game Shark code, TK, for
that code. Damn it! Like if you get like if you use that code, you cannot get the other abilities. The only ability you can have is like the speed one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of fucked. So you can't really use that for bingo. So I reckon that game would be a lot funner if there was a way to have like all levels unlocked, but unfortunately there wasn't. And I think you did a good job on the bingo board you made, and I saw it used in the grand final. But unfortunately, it had an issue in the grand final where people could only really do objectives from the first two worlds because that's all they could get up to in half an hour. So kind of sucks. I do like Monsters Inc. But that problem made it not as fun to play, I think, for a lot of people. And then A Bug's Life, I personally didn't play very much in this tournament.
I love that game.
Did anyone actually get into Bug's Life a fair bit in this tournament? Because I don't remember.
Yep.
Who did?
I did.
Did you?
Cola did. Lucas was into it.
PPK
that's right.
Was it
yeah.
PPK.
Were you doing any more than just any percenting it though? Like, were you literally just any percenting it and that was it?
Yeah, me and PPK any but no, I actually went out of my way before the tournament started to 100% the game.
Oh really?
For like
I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did like first. Like,
yeah.
You gotta play the game casually before you speedrun it. You can't speedrun a game without playing it casually first.
Yeah.
That's what I think at least.
So was there actually any like kind of highly competitive Bugs Life runs? I don't think there was, right?
runs. Me and Cookie was a really competitive race in Bugs Life. We
Luca
went
and Cookie.
for 100% strats.
Are you talking just about Bugs Life or
Yeah, we're
in
talking about
general?
Bugs Life.
Bugs
Yeah.
Life. Bugs Life.
I mean, in round one, there was competitive matches in Bugs Life, if you want to count those.
Yeah, PPK versus Keyford.
Yeah.
There was me versus me and such me versus Cookie actually round
Yeah,
two.
but there was
Yeah.
nothing really after round one. I feel like Bugs Life was kind of dead after round one.
Yeah.
Like
No,
there
I
was.
played round two. I played round two and three, and in semifinals. I played that game. Yeah, I played round two. Me versus Cookie Naval round two,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
me versus Maggi
There's also
semifinals.
Crystal Fissure versus who was it again?
Game Sandy.
Game Sandy, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
round
incredible.
two. That's round two.
Yeah.
There's actually like Dark Lizard versus Meteorica round one, I think.
But yeah, like near the end of the tournament, there was Dalmatians. Obviously, there was Tarzan. There was Quackers, and then there was Monsters Inc.
Monsters
Toy
Inc.
Story 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, out of all the ones, I feel like Bugs Life kind of wasn't featured as much.
Yeah.
I
agree.
played it probably the least out of all the games, I'd say. I mean, I didn't play Donald Duck that much either, but I played it a fair bit for the seeds at least. But I don't know. Yeah, like Bugs Life, I think it's a good game. I just think that you need to get kind of good in it for you to really enjoy it. Otherwise, it's just like, what the fuck do I do? Which is kind of how I felt in that bingo race, even though I have played the game and I've been 100%,
Yeah.
but a long time ago.
Like 100%ing the levels is very hard, and you know you have to know the game to actually do it in a speedrun. You have to know the
Yeah,
game to
speedrunning.
figure
Yeah.
out.
And
Yeah.
I feel very sorry for Destabilize, who never really kind of got to play it in a really competitive kind of setting. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think it's
look-
because like of his like reputation, because like he was like best in the world in that game. So
yeah, like
at the time, yeah.
I wish that like he kind of bargained with it more or something.
I kind of wished he got to play it with Lucas Bolton, but he didn't.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
like we wanted them to draw together so they can play it, but it never happened.
well, but Game Sandy and Fissure were in their group for round 2, and both of them liked Bugs Life. So I was suspecting that maybe that'd be a race there, but that didn't happen. So
Well, as Game Sandy said, they were always gonna do Bugs Life, which I don't
Yeah,
know.
there is each other. There is
I
each
don't
other.
get that. In my opinion, that shouldn't.
I
be a
mean,
thing.
yeah,
To,
well,
to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I can understand why they chose to do Bugs Life because, like, for example, me and Lucas Bolton, we said like from the start of the tournament, if we ever face each other, it will be the Quack Attack because like we had
A
one
GRA
before.
race, yeah.
That never, no, not GRA.
Oh,
It was an exhibition match that was, we called that exhibition match, but it never ended because Lucas Bolton's game crashed in the second boss.
Oh yeah.
So we never had like the opportunity to finish that one. So we said if we face each other, it's gonna be in that game, and that's what we did.
well, yeah. I mean, there was a little bit of an argument in the mods chat where like, because Fissure and Game Sandy had done a Bugs Life, like I think there was an argument or whether or not like Destabilize can race
Yeah. Lucas or
Fissure
anything.
or Game Sandy in Bugs Life,
Yeah.
but it
yeah.
but it wasn't like Destabilizer's choice for obviously for Fissure and Game Sandy to play Bugs Life in their race, so
Yeah.
they should like he should have been able to play it again even if Game Sandy and Fissure had already both played it. So I think it was eventually, he was allowed to do it. I think that he just kind of maybe just, I don't know, didn't like say anything. Game Sandy picked Toy Story 2, which is a game that he's very good at. He's played a lot of it. And then Fissure and Destabilize didn't happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I know. I'm just. It did make it very difficult, this tournament, for if you are good at one game and you're really good at one game to actually succeed when you have that one game. And I think what you would have to do, what the strategy would be, was that every single race you would bargain to play that game. if you don't do that, you might not ever play it, and that's kind of what happened. So possibly, if I was in hindsight, and it's not something that I thought about, I think that in a tournament like this, when you have like 6 mandatory games, I think you really have to let people know their rights in terms of bargaining. Let them know that if they want to play a certain game, they can ask for them to play that certain game. Either then like the opponent picks one and then you do a wheel, or you just have a randomization of all 6 mandatory games. And yeah, because you can't just give in to people. Part of the competition is selecting a game against an opponent that you think would be kind of equal footing or would be helpful to you. And if you don't do that, you've kind of lost a part of the tournament already. When it's a tournament like this where you got like 6 mandatory games. The encouraged games, what did everyone think about them?
Loved it.
They were a bit like not played as much as the others. I
By the
guess.
way, Toy Story 2, I'm not going to say anything about it because it's a good game. People liked it when they played it. Not many people played it, but that's fine.
Like, that's mandatory.
It was mandatory. And then, I know, I'm just finishing off the mandatory thing because I forgot to talk about 2 games.
Nah, I mean, Toy Story 2 was played, like...
Yeah, it was played.
And then...
decently.
Dalmatians, I think everyone really liked Dalmatians. I think it was a hit, honestly. It was probably the least well-known out of all the games that were mandatory. But I think a lot of people ended up really liking the game, and I really like the game too. So I think that we will be able to see more Dalmatians in the future. It'll be kind of highlighted. Anyway, going on to the encouraged games, what do you think of them, TK?
There's Hercules. It was played, I think, only once in the tournament.
Not surprised.
Or probably twice. There's like Emperor's New Groove. It was played, I think, also once.
It was a couple of times. No, it was a couple of times.
I think.
Yeah.
I think twice. Yeah.
It was surprisingly popular.
Yeah, probably twice, no, 3 times.
Atlantis was played.
No, Hercules was played twice as well.
Oh, really?
Sorry, twice, yeah. There's... What's the encouraged games?
There's
Atlantis.
Yeah, both of them were
Atlantis
played.
was played actually.
Decently.
Yeah.
Toy Story Race was played as well. Yeah, like this amount. Treasure Planet was played this amount. Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey Mania for some reason.
Mickey Mania was played like 3 times or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the races of Mickey Mania happened in round 2.
Yeah, that's
and it was
also
like
true.
3 or something like that. Yeah.
There was 2.
Oh, it's Stitch.
That was Lizard Race. Me.
Yeah, I raced Skater and Lilo and Stitch.
Lucas Bolton raced in that.
Yeah, like Lilo and Stitch. There's like the Danta Smudgy one. They did like any percent.
Oh, yeah.
That race was amazing, and like we had some any percent races actually in the tournament. We did have that. Yeah.
So Lilo and
we
Stitch.
had Lion King.
Yeah, there are a couple of games which are that short. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is one of them. You can do like all the levels. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch was played 5 times. I believe that was the most common out of all the encouraged games.
Encouraged, yeah.
Yeah. Toy Story Racer was played 3 times.
I by you. Yeah.
It was 3 times.
The infamous race that's also spare appearance. I forget what it's called.
Oh, that's right. The one with I forgot to put face cam.
James Jones actually versus Cotote. I think actually it was you versus James Jones or something.
I'm actually just really happy with all the encouraged games got played. I think at least twice, and there wasn't too much of them too. I think that was like the most one was like 5.
Aladdin.
Aladdin, yeah.
It was. Yeah. I think that was played like twice or 3 times.
It was played.
It was like 3. It was 3 times. I'm just looked it up.
Yeah, all of the current games were played enough times, but I
and it was pretty
think,
equal too.
Magical Racing Turbo should have been instead of Toy Story Race.
Yeah, probably because that's too much Toy Story. Yeah.
I mean, I disagree. I just think Toy Story Race is a better game, but whatever.
It is a better game, but we got too much Toy Story.
There was the 2.
You can never get enough Toy Story. What are you talking about?
That's also true.
Yeah, we love Toy Story that much that we allowed Toy Story 3, which wasn't even a allowed game in fucking round 2. That's how much we loved Toy
I made
Story.
an exception there. Yeah.
It was very strange, but that was allowed. But whatever.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was actually great. What's the shittiest game you guys saw in the tournament?
Out of the mandatory and encourage, or just in general?
No, just in general, like the shittiest game.
The Tetris
Not
game.
not shittiest ways, shittiest game.
The Tetris.
Tetris, yes. That was actually fun, I think.
It was fun, but it was
Like I
tricky.
remember Charity Charity was learning some strats from Daniel Davidson, and then like he faced Darklist, and for some reason Darklist was good in Tetris.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. He won. Yeah. That was very surprising.
Yeah.
Nah,
I mean,
yeah, we got actually
Goofy's Funhouse was a fan favorite. People really fucking loved Goofy's Funhouse. There was like several runs of that
Goofy's
shit.
the best.
Yeah, I think out of all out of all the mandatory and encourage, I think Hercules was the shittest. And that's
It's a hard game. That's like the issue of it. It's a hard game.
It's not the shit.
But it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a very good game, yeah. But people don't like it because it's hard. Like they can't play it.
Just remember, there's Disney Kitchen. There's
I think my Disney Kitchen
there's
is
Disney Dinosaur.
my Disney Kitchen is TK's
There's
favorite game.
101 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah.
That one like
Disney's Dinosaur is the worst.
Dinosaur,
maybe
yeah.
one of the worst for sure.
It's not that bad. It's actually not that bad.
Mulan.
Yeah, Mulan. Like, the fact that
Yeah. I'm glad
Mulan's
that
so good.
every main Disney film had a game that was played between 97 and 2002. So I'm very happy about that. Fantasia 2000 does not count. Fuck you. I don't think there's any PS1 game on that, so it doesn't count.
Which one?
Fantasia 2000. I'm pretty sure there's no PS1 game.
Oh, I don't think there's one. Yeah,
I don't even know if it counts as a mainline Disney movie. It might not actually. So it doesn't really matter anyway.
I think it counts.
Anyway, so yeah, it was a really good variety of games. I think people went out of their way to play as many different random games as they could. Unfortunately, there was no DDR game. I think that was the biggest sad.
And we never got to see Lord Pikachu versus Dante in DDR.
Oh, was that gonna be a thing?
Yes.
Oh damn, maybe it could still be a thing. Who knows?
Maybe it can still be a thing. Yeah. Hopefully.
And
pray to the Lord of Chaos.
So wait, so who played 101 Dalmatians?
No,
I played it.
Oh, no,
I was
Ticket.
supposed to play it against Brandon Black, but he never showed up. And I ended up playing it alone.
Oh,
it was
right.
like the ASMR race.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It was one of the many Solution X's, which kind of were a big thing in round one. But I guess it's better than nothing. So
yeah.
But yeah, like I'm gonna say big props to all the work you put in of all the different graphics of all the different games, TK. The only one I'm still not satisfied with, and I will be angry with until this day, is Tarzan. I think that
Dalmatians. Oh, there's
no Tarzan. Like it doesn't look good, but the rest are alright. So yeah, there's also some really random ones. Like I'm just looking at the wiki right now. Like there's the dinosaur logo, which I don't even know where we got that font from because it's nothing like the dinosaur logo. So
I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, don't judge anything on the wiki.
I'm judging everything. But yeah, Tarzan was kind of shit.
Yeah, Little Mermaid was great. Stitch was great. Lion King was great. Dalmatians, Bugs Life, Monsters Inc., Toy Story. Yeah, those ones were the logos I really love.
So, what was everyone's favorite race that they did in the tournament? I'm going to start with you, Cole.
It's probably hard between 3 matches like me versus Dingo Crash, me versus Smudgy, and me versus Dante. I don't know which one I would choose.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. I'm forcing you to.
I know. For commentary sake, I would say me versus Dingo Crash was the best. So
which game was that?
Oh.
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2. Yeah. Oh yes, that one. Yeah, that was good. That was a good race.
Yeah.
TK.
I had a lot of good races. Like I Noel, that call was amazing. I had Smudgy twice. I mean, not twice. I got Smudgy 4 times. I got to race Cookie, got to race Lizard, got to race Lucas. I think the most excited one I had was versus Cookie Naval in Bugs Life, and like the one that I really enjoyed the most was like in term of not gameplay, in term of the race, how it went and everything, was me versus you. And in term
Huh.
of like
What
the
Bugs Life
objective,
that match?
yeah, that match.
What?
In terms of like the objective, it was me versus Smudgy in 102 Dalmatians bingo, draft bingo. That one was amazing.
Okay. In that case, I want to say the excitement one for me would be me versus Danta for sure, because that was
Yeah,
insane.
that one was
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, the Lion King one. Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
close. Yeah. I'm gonna go
Yeah, I
with.
also wanna say something. I
Oh,
wanna
go on.
say
Yep.
like thank you Ratchet for like racing me again. Thank you for being
Boy, in
part
Bugs
of my
Life.
group. Thank you for being in my way again, and fuck you Ratchet.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, I just want to say something. Like, I was clearly in the group of death because two of the people from that group made it to the grand final. So yeah,
I agree.
I remember when I got drawn in that group, I thought it was going to be kind of one of the easier groups. But then in hindsight, after looking back of it, like Smudgy, TK, Noel, they're all really good players. So
Yeah, everyone said you'd be first, I'd be second,
yeah, I
and
was I did not practice as
they
much as
all.
I wished I
I
wanted
know.
to, unfortunately, and I
Yeah.
underestimated some people as well. So, um, like Smudgy, fucking, he did so fucking well in that race. Like I kind of got screwed, but he also did really well in that race. And then
He
Noel
did
just
really well in the tournament, not only the race. Like he
Smudgy,
was really good at a lot of games.
he's
he
an
is, yeah.
underdog of the tournament for
He,
sure.
he really
He is,
was. He
yeah,
really went much further than anyone expected. He's one
Yeah.
person that definitely
yeah, true.
And Noelle was just really set up for Milan. She just absolutely just killed me because she practiced I think a fair bit. But yeah, my favorite race was against Skater with Lilo and Stitch. That was it was really close. I remember practicing a fair bit. I remember like just really enjoying the race and the game. Because I hadn't played Lilo and Stitch for years, and yeah, we got to play through pretty much all of the game. Um, and it kind of annoyed the fuck out of me, but that's literally what the game is. Like the game is kind of annoying as fuck. So great race. Thank you for that race, Skater. That was good fun. I'm just looking at my group. Oh, and yeah, I think number two would be the Disney Dinosaur game against Crosstown Express. Not only because I won, but also because that was just really funny. So yeah, thanks for doing Disney's Dinosaur with me, Brendan. Like that was well and truly based. All right, so I just quickly want to talk about the kind of I think semi-finals.
Yep.
How do you think that they went, TK?
Yeah, how we did it. Like, first of all, like the choosing of the games, like we went for the option that each person picked a game, and the third game can be either like they discuss it together or just like we randomize it or something. Like I think the games picked there were like really great. Like we got to see Quack Attack, you got to see Bugs Life, got to see Dalmatians, got to see Monsters Inc., Toy Story 2. Like 5 out of the 6 mandatory games were played,
No love
and
for Tarzan.
most of the yeah, unfortunately no love for Tarzan, but that will come like in the final. So yeah, they did a really great job with it. Like they were really close as well because like you can see me and Smudgy had 3 races, Luca and Cookie had 3 races.
Hmm.
Only Morgan was
And
able to
Fisher.
beat Fisher in both
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
his 2 races,
I'm,
his
I'm,
two
I'm
first
surprised
races.
by
Yeah.
that because I'm just looking at the rate, like Monsters Inc. and Toy Story 2. Those are games that I thought that Fissure would actually be pretty decent at, actually. So I'm surprised that Morgan was able to beat him twice.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't actually watch. I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 races in the semi-final. I can't remember. But I remember thinking that that it was a bit long. I think the races they were like didn't really have a like a strict like time limit or anything, so some of them went for like 45 minutes. Did people get burnt out?
To be honest, like me and Smaji, we had a tricky situation. We got burned out at some point, but it was mainly because of the circumstances. Like we were supposed to do it the first weekend. He was sick, so we postponed it to like the next weekend. And like I was sick the first day. Like we were supposed to do it Saturday, then Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We do like Saturday part one, Sunday we do part two, part three. But like I got sick in Saturday, and we were forced to do it like Sunday, 3 games back to back, and yeah, we did Donald Duck first. Oh, by the way, that was like in my birthday. I remember those 3 races. They were like honestly great. Like we did Donald Duck first. He destroyed me in that game. Then we did Bugs Life. We were supposed to do like bingo or something, but then like he didn't understand anything about the goals, so we just decided to go with any easy goals. So we went for
And then
tokens.
the third game was 102 Dalmatians. How did you come on that? Was that a random draw?
No.
No.
So Smudgy wanted to do Quack Attack. I wanted to do Bugs Life because like yeah, like I felt like that Bugs Life, like I had that game. Not
Okay,
long,
yeah,
too
I know
close
why
to
you
have it
wanted to
in
do
the
Bugs
final.
Life. I know that's obvious, but yeah. So how
Yeah,
did Dalmatians
you know
come on?
why? Yeah. He then like we discussed which game do you want to do, which game do you not want to do. Like he wanted Dalmatians, I wanted Dalmatians, both wanted
The
Dalmatians,
fuck,
and we
Smudgy?
wanted
What
a
the fuck, Smudgy?
rematch
Why did you pick
for
Dalmatians?
Dalmatians.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb, Smudgy? Why would you do that? Why would you pick Dalmatians against TK? What the fuck, bro? I wish
I
he
don't
was
know if he
on the
knew.
cast right now so I can ask him why the fuck he did that. So
I
yeah.
think he might have not known that TK is good at or something. I don't
Nah,
know.
he knows I'm good, but
Yeah.
so like me and Smudgy had race in round one. It was great. It was Dalmatian, but at that time, like I wasn't really great at the game. I was just good, but not great.
I don't
And
know.
when I
I don't know.
raced him
It doesn't really explain it for me. That doesn't explain
yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, he went for the draft bingo because like he thought it was like the best way for him in that game.
Anyways, probably the most exciting matches in the semifinals were the Luca versus Cookie Naval.
Yeah, look at Cookie in 102 Dalmatians, the first race.
Yeah.
Like he lost because of a skip.
Yeah.
Oh right, I'm not surprised. Yeah, well, Luca's pretty good at that game too. So yeah. But
Yeah,
also Luca versus Cookie third game Monsters Inc. Like, how did that happen? Was that a random draw, or did they negotiate on that?
I believe that was a random draw. It was between Monsters
Luca,
Yeah.
Luca got fucking lucky with draws this tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it was
Yeah.
I think Monsters Inc. and Tarzan or something between
No, I
them.
think it was Monsters Inc. and Quack Attack actually.
Oh, okay.
oh, both
Yeah.
of them are good for Luca. Like, Cookie should have negotiated with.
Yeah, no.
He should have
Nah,
suggested
Cookie's good
Tarzan
at
or.
Cookie's good at
Cookie's
Quack
good
Attack
at
as well.
both. Like he's good at Quack Attack, he's good at Monsters Inc. But I think Cookie should have picked Bugs Life there. 'Cause
Luca was
he would
fucking
have won.
scary in his race against Game Setting with Monsters Inc. So that's why I thought it would be a bad
Yeah.
idea. But maybe Cookie and Abel didn't watch that match. But yeah, that was like a
Mhm.
holy shit moment for me. Yeah.
Cookie Naval, by the way, kind of correct.
Okay. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna talk about the Final Chance foursome because I haven't watched it. And
Yep.
is it worth talking about? What do you reckon?
Me and TK can probably talk about
It
it.
is
Did you
worth
talk about it
talking
in the
about,
last
like,
Disney cast?
It is. Nah, did he?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then talk
Yeah.
about it then. Go ahead.
It's Maggi, Danta, Cookie Naval, Christoph Fischer, all 4 of them. I think, Cole, you were there in the call, were you?
No, I watched the race.
No? Okay.
Okay, but
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
yeah, my thoughts were like, damn, it was an interesting race to watch. Like, I for sure, I was, I don't know, going into the race, I thought maybe Cookie has it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously Smudgy won that, and even Danta was close to Smudgy, which I didn't expect. But,
Yeah. What was the drama with
Yeah.
Smudgy and Danta about? It was like some goal drama or
I
something.
mean, it wasn't drama. It was
I'll explain it to you.
Yeah, you
Because
can.
like Smudgy can't mark goals because like he's like
Oh yeah, the weird
Yeah.
for
emulator. He's got a
the entire
Mac. Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a mark, it. So he can't mark the goal. So Desert and me were like supposed to mark the goals for Smudgy. But, like first of all, Smudgy, Danta, and Crystal Fisher, all three of them went. What was it Forest Edge or something? Like the first level code? I can't remember. Like
That's right.
they all went for the first level, and they were doing the same goal in the first level, and like they finished with 1 second away from each other. And like
Mhm.
Danta marked the goal when Smudgy said, "Hey, Danta marked the goal."
Yeah.
Ah, I
But
see.
since
Yeah,
Dante started a bit earlier
1 second
than
early. Yeah, yeah,
1 second early, because in the countdown, when the countdown started.
Ah, okay, that makes
So
sense. Because
Dante was
especially if he
kind of
said, "Hey,
behind.
I just done," that implies that he's already done it
yeah.
anyway. So yeah, maybe yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean
And he would have marked
that
it.
becomes tricky. It becomes really tricky when you have someone having to mark up things off by voice. I mean,
Yeah.
Dante's a host, so
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
agree.
possibly he felt the responsibility. But I can understand. I can understand why he would have given Smudgy the win on that. Um, yeah.
Also, Smudgy mismarked the goal. I think
Oh, and then
Smudgy mismarked the goal.
oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
so did he
Mm.
get a penalty for that or what?
So here's what happened. Like Smudgy mismarked the goal, so we were supposed like to have Danta win, but then Danta got the penalty because he started 1 second before Smudgy. So like Danta relinquished like his
Really?
right. Yeah, relinquished.
Okay. Okay. What? Like I still don't understand. So
I don't know. Like Smudgy won, but he mismarked the goal, so he's no longer a winner because Danta got more goals. But then like Danta marked goals when he started 1 second uh, before everyone. So he
okay.
was not supposed to have those goals because he started 1 second. Like
Oh, wait,
he marked, I think,
but
two
okay,
goals.
but
Was
how
it?
many goals did Danta get? Only did he literally just snipe by 1 second though? It sounds like only one goal.
I think it was one or two. To be honest,
It was
I
two. There
think
was
it's
two
one or
goals that
two.
he sniped,
I think so. I don't know. I
and then
can't
were they
remember.
both from Smudgy?
Yeah, like him and Smudgy went for the same things.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. I mean,
Even
it
even
seemed.
Fisher, like even Fisher went for the same stuff.
So what did Smudgy mismark?
I think he mismarked something like number of time trials or something. Like I think he got 7. No, I think he got like instead of 13, he got like 12 or something.
Ah, okay, I see.
I don't know. It's like a goal where you have to count. I can't remember the exact goal, but
All
Yeah.
right. Well, it
Yeah.
sounds it sounds
yeah,
like a very complicated situation. But I guess if
yeah, it was.
if Danta
Okay.
was happy to give him the win, I guess. Like I'm just looking at it now. It looks like I assume that Danta's one of them's purple, one of them's red. Um,
I believe
Yeah,
Dante was
then there was
purple.
purple.
Yeah, I think so. Can't remember. I added to the race, but I can't remember.
two,
Yeah, then there
four,
was
six,
purple. Smudgy was red.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. It just seems really close. Yeah, it's not like anyone else would have beaten them. Like, looks like blue has 4 goals and orange has
Yeah,
one. So
I don't know what happened with Cookie Noval. Like Cookie went like for the first thing. He went for the final boss, and he had to watch the entire credits
oh
for
dear.
like 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why he went for that. It's
He
like
probably didn't
it's
know.
yeah, he probably didn't know about
I think
the
he
credits.
could have won maybe if he didn't watch the credits.
Yeah, like he went for stuff very different from the others. Like the
Yeah.
others were sniping each other on the same goals, and he went
Mm.
for stuff different. I think that's what cost him actually. The
He was
five
being the
minutes
Dan
into
Davidson of
Of the
of
Disney
um
Dash.
yeah,
of the
of
Disney Dash.
Dash, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like a complicated run, but yeah, if Danta was happy to give
It
his
is.
win away to his best friend Spongy, then yeah, good for him. But yeah,
I mean,
Danta.
Smudgy deserve it as well. Like
In
both of them, they
response,
deserve.
in
They
response, I'm
deserve
just gonna say, Danta, you should have given the Tarzan win to me. All right, if you're gonna give it to the Smudgy guy, you should have given it to me. I feel very personally
What
offended.
happened with Tarzan? What
Oh
happened
no,
with
no, we finished on the same amount of tokens basically. I think we both finished on like
that?
40, 41 or something, and he just got his last token first. That's all. But if it wasn't for fucking Jane not getting the right letter, then that wouldn't have happened. So fucking Jane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the race. Yeah.
She just walked past the R or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to the grand final. So I've watched all
Yep.
3 parts somewhat recently. We all know the results. Luca won. Not really too much of a surprise. He was looking like the strongest in the tournament for a while. He excelled in a lot of races. I remember I think his very first race was Buzz Lightyear Star Command against Lucas Bolton. He did really, really well. I'm just looking at what else. Treasure Planet. I know he was really good at that game. I can't remember what that race though. I know I've watched it, but I can't remember.
Monkey Man versus Luca.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
even did some skips or something like that.
Yeah, I know. I know that he knew some skips. Yeah. And then he in round 2 that whole shit happened. He beat Bugs Games Endy pretty easily. And the Toy Story 3 race he seemed really good. And then Donald Duck, you know. And then I haven't watched him versus Cookie. I kind of feel like I probably should because apparently it's pretty good.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. It's a great race.
But
You should watch the Dalmatians one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Luca he seemed to know how to play Tarzan as well. That's one game I don't think we saw him play until the grand final, but he did pretty well. And then Monsters Inc. That was his game. That was his race to lose because he's really good. And there was a little bit of a kind of like a it was
an upset in Toy Story 2.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not too surprised about that because like I don't think Luca played Toy Story 2 that often.
We also had a bit of a Wumpa Classic Championship 1 situation where
in Monsters Inc.
No, in the grand finals where the competitors were tired of the tournament, so they just wanted to end it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but I think people did play pretty well in these matches.
Did you watch me play?
They did.
Well,
but,
not you, but like the rest
I'm
of
talking
them.
about. Yeah, I'm talking about the
do you
Toy
think
Story
actually?
and the TK.
Do you think I could do better? Like I definitely could have done so much better because
Yeah,
I
of
didn't
course you
even
could have.
practice. I didn't even give a fuck.
I thought you would have
give a
done
fuck.
better. Yeah, I thought you would have given Luca the run for his money. At least from the start of the tournament, I felt that way. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. But I didn't give a fuck. Like I just wanted to end this because I had like exams coming and a lot of weird stuff happened.
All right,
with
excuses.
The current situations here.
Yeah.
No, that's not excuses. I didn't even like try it. I didn't even try.
All right, sure.
Yeah,
All
And
right.
I think Luca deserved the win anyway. And
He did.
like,
He really did.
I didn't try. Smudgy tried a lot, and he deserved to be third. Morgan was really pissed.
Morgan would if the Toy Story 2 thing didn't happen, like Morgan would have won. If Luca was last in Toy Story 2, which was
I fucked up something in Toy Story 2. I should have talked to the potato.
What
I
if
didn't.
You fucked the potato.
Yeah.
Like if you would have you beaten Luca if you got the tennis racket life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even without that, like if I just spoke with the potato in the start of Alstorm Toy Barn, yeah. I would have got like one more than Luca. And, yeah.
Fuck. Well, yeah, because then there would have been a tiebreaker. How would have it just been a random draw out of the remaining 3 mandatory games?
What Danta said, like what Danta wanted to do is like to not reschedule another time.
Yeah.
Because like we couldn't like afford to reschedule another time. So what we gonna do is like we get the last game played. We like one of the hosts just choose a goal that they go for and they play it. Like they reset the save files and they go for that one goal that the host chose. Not a long
Oh,
goal, but just like probably a five
right.
minutes goal or something.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that before. I was on some other tournament or something. I don't know what it was though, so I can't remember. I feel like I've seen that
Mm.
before,
It
but
was a good idea, actually. It was a good idea because we didn't have time to do another
I
race.
guess so, yeah.
So,
Um,
Yeah.
even still, whatever. I
but
think
I guess,
Luca very well deserved win.
yep,
I think honestly,
he deserved it.
Morgan
He
of
does.
Berserk. I think he also excelled all expectations too. I did not expect that he would make it all the way through the grand final and then come second. So massive props to you,
Um,
Morgan. You definitely did better than I ever thought you would have.
yeah,
So,
Morgan did great. He got the games he wanted to play. Well,
oh
yeah, he
really?
got like the games he was great
Ah,
at.
mm.
Like
Yeah. He's lucky that he
his
didn't have to
best
play
games
Dalmatians.
were Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc. Like
Yeah.
he
No,
got
it kind of sucked
the
for
two
you.
games. Yeah,
Your best games are like Bugs Life and Dalmatians, and
me?
you got neither of them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, neither of them.
I
Yeah.
And
think
I
that's
think
what
like
demotivated him as well. I think
yeah, that
that's what.
motivated me as well. To be honest, yeah,
Yeah, I can
that was
understand.
yeah, it was part of the a part of the thing. Like when I didn't want to play, like
Yeah, overall, I
yeah,
really enjoyed watching the grand finals. I wish that the Monsters Inc. run, the board was actually active. Obviously, no one was there to record the board,
um,
so it was just a blank board for
yes,
most of the video.
and I couldn't be bothered to re-record it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Nobody could.
I guess not. Yeah,
The moral was low at the end of the
the
tournament, to be
morale.
honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like they're good races though. Like I enjoyed watching those races. So I don't
They're
think
good races, yeah.
I think everyone was a little bit too hard on themselves during Disney Dash. They were
Oh,
I
just
agree.
they were thinking that like,
Yeah, I agree.
oh no, everything's going wrong. Oh, we got to finish the tournament. It's taking too long. Where like I don't know. Like I feel like sure there were issues, but you know,
yeah.
it was going fine. People were having fun.
We
So
got too many external issues as well. Too
so
many.
we're gonna touch a little bit on the quote unquote drama. We're not gonna go head deep into it. Um,
Yeah.
I think the best way to open up this discussion is just say, TK, any regrets this tournament?
Um, no. No.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just laughing because you were taking a while to answer. Yeah.
Yeah,
just fucking.
I don't care. Yeah, no.
You don't care? All right. Well,
I
actually,
don't regret. I don't
maybe that's
regret
good
anything.
mentality to have. I don't know. Maybe that's good mentality.
Mm.
I'm gonna touch on it a little bit because I think it's better if we actually like talk about this instead of just kind of try
You
to
should.
hope that nobody ever hears about it ever again. So, I think the biggest focal points in terms of where people had issues with Disney Dash, and I do think people made a bigger deal out of it than they did, but there was I think it was it was Charity Real Lilo and Stitch match. Who was he racing? Was that against?
Yeah. You were against Morgan.
Was it him
Yeah,
against
that's like
Morgan?
the beginning. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I gave them a goal that they were supposed to do. Like World 2, like the second warp room. They were supposed to get stuff there. Like they had to like
Oh
do
yeah, that's
three,
right.
four levels and defeat the
Yeah.
second boss. But they just fucked up and went back to the first warp room and they did like nothing there. I think only two levels.
Yeah,
or
it
something.
was really fucked. That match was really fucked. Yeah, and that was a problem. Yeah, like.
Yeah, like Charity is too competitive. He was blaming the fault on me because like they did it blind, and he was blaming the failure of the race on me.
Yeah, it would have
And I didn't
been nice
appreciate
if
that,
there
and
was a rematch, but it didn't happen, and Morgan declared himself the loser.
the loser. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I think Charity did more good goal than Morgan. To be honest, like if you rewatch the race, I think Charity did
he
more
did.
stuff than Morgan.
Yes, he
So
did. He played more. He
he
did
probably
more
deserves the win.
World 2 levels than Morgan did. It's just that Morgan played more
Yeah,
levels in general, which included World 1. Yeah, so that's why it was kind of a bit
yeah.
contentious. But yeah, it was definitely feasible for Charity to get the win for that. Um,
Oh, Jake.
and then there was match of Charity versus Meteora Girl, where Charity fucked up the spaghetti, and that caused.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
again, one of my goals. Like Charity. Like,
Make spaghetti for two.
that's where like I had issues with Charity because like I give him a goal and he fucks up the goal, then he blame it on me for some
Well,
reason.
basically, TK was supposed to be there to monitor
Yeah,
the race,
I was
but
supposed to be there.
he couldn't because he had some issues. So
Yeah. So
Yeah, it happened when I was sleeping.
So
Then
this
Oh,
this
yeah,
drama
it's like
this
full
drama
on,
resulted on someone fucking up spaghetti for two, and there was like hamburgers or some shit or something. I don't know. Like it was
That's
was-
stupid. Like if you listen to that, that's stupid. Like what we're saying
Yeah,
here is
like,
stupid.
My
We shouldn't,
Disney
like,
Kitchen.
Care about stuff like
Like, would
that.
you
It's,
ever
like,
expect
stupid.
a My Disney Kitchen race to cause so much fucking drama? And so
No.
yeah, like basically Charity wanted, like Meteor Girl was like, yeah, you give Charity the win. He won the race. TK was like, no, you fucked this up. Charity, Meteor Girl should get the win. And then anyway, there was a big kind of argument, and then I think like Charity kind of left. No, he left or something after that.
Yeah,
He
he
left
left.
the film,
Yeah. And he didn't want to come back. And so there was another argument because Morgan Avery would have been I think he would have gone straight through.
He would have been first, yeah.
Yeah, he would have gone straight through if it counted all of Charity's races as losses. But because Charity finished all his races, we were like, no, Charity's races still count because he finished all of them. And so it's technically a tie between Charity, Dark Lizard, and Morgan Avery. So therefore, Morgan Avery, and they have to do a triple threat. And even if Charity doesn't show up, him and Dark Lizard still have the race. And Morgan Avery was not happy about that. He brought up two examples in the past of like where similar things had happened, and in that case, people have gone through. I just want to say that you make very good points, Morgan Avery. I think this situation was slightly different to some of those other situations, and that's kind of why we kind of forced it. I think it was more than anything Dark Lizard wanted. He thought he had the right to get another match, and we thought that and he wanted to have another match, a tiebreaker match, and we thought that it would be wrong to deny Dark Lizard that. So it all came down to what's fairer for the other competitors, and so yeah. And Morgan Avery did not compete.
I mean,
in that
one
race.
of them will get fucked anyway.
Yeah.
One of them will get fucked anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't satisfy both of them, so
That's right.
Like,
so Morgan Avery didn't compete. He got second place, but then he ended up getting second place in the tournament. So Morgan Avery, massive props. You dealt with that situation. You were very annoyed. I think you're very right to have a problem with how we handled that situation. But you stayed in the tournament. You got through. You came second. So just absolutely just congratulations, Morgan Avery. And maybe in the past you wouldn't have handled it that way. So yeah, massive. It's amazing actually. And yeah. And then I think the other drama was the Luca drama. So we're not going to get too much into the individuals who are pushing for this, but
we should not.
No, but there was a lot of people pushing for Luca to be kicked out of the tournament before it even started. And there was a couple of us in the mods chat, not many, who wanted to keep him in. That's right, and it came to a head with his race against Game Sendy, where there was a argument about which game they were going to race in, because there was two different wheels spun. The first wheel was Monsters Inc. The second wheel was I think Dalmatians, and there was an argument about like what game they were going to do. And that's just started like basically that just inflamed things a shit ton in the mods chat, especially. There was just people just being like, yeah, just kick Luca, like he's just being a pain in the ass. He's taking things too seriously. He's not being unsportsmanlike. He's being unsportsmanlike. Blah blah blah. And then Luca was kicked. I campaigned for like days to get him unkicked. It was like originally denied, and then he was eventually unkicked. And then kind of things kind of went, and that was kind of the final drama of the tournament. I mean, it was really like a part of the tournament which we almost felt like the tournament was going to fall apart completely because all this stuff had already happened with Charity Royale,
Yeah.
and other people were
Yeah.
kind of upset about that. Um, you know, so
A few competitors dropped out as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, people were kind of just getting very heated at that moment. But I think that was kind of a turning point when Luca came back in. We sorted everything out. There was no real issue anymore, and the tournament completed perfectly fine. And Luca ended up winning. So, yeah, I mean that was it. It wasn't really that big of a deal in hindsight. People got very heated, and it was actually so surprising because the mods chat had so much activity. But I think after that Luca incident happened, like the mods chat just kind of was, there wasn't really people talking much at all.
Yeah.
it was
not even that. Like even the host chat, was
yeah.
like,
I mean, well, there was no real reason to have drama that much anymore after that because it just,
I agree.
there was nothing to be dramatic about. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, props to everyone for just pulling through all of that and finishing this and not losing, kind of not being too defeated. Yeah, everyone did extremely well too. Especially like massive props to Danta. I think Danta was gotten very stressed out over this whole tournament, and he was able to put it all together and just get put his mind past that and organize
Well, I think
things.
all of the hosts got very frustrated. Danta, yes, he also got frustrated. TK also got frustrated. Lucas got
Yeah.
Kolapro
came in and Kola like saved us a lot of time.
Yeah, Kola was
like,
amazing.
He was there to help. Like I don't know, like Lucas bottom left. Danta was frustrated. I was frustrated. So Kola was there like to carry us a bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So yeah, Kola really, he wasn't a host originally. He came in the middle of the tournament, but I think he did an amazing job at calling the whole situation and holding things together. So well done to you, Kola.
Yeah, thank you.
He did what he did best. He's just very good at just being a cool, calm, collected person running these things. And I was
just suck.
I was just here to annoy people in mods chat and argue for days about shit. But
I agree definitely.
But
just like GP1,
like a lot of stuff that we were discussing for days, they didn't even like they weren't even worth it. Like what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like they were arguing a lot of stuff that we didn't even need to argue that much.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like it's like keeping drama alive. That's what I think it is.
Pretty much.
They definitely didn't like intend in doing that, but they did it without like noticing.
There was just this
It's
massive.
not like I'm blaming them or anything.
There was just this massive witch hunt of people very early on to the tournament in the mods chat. Just people like going like, "Oh, who can we kick?
Protocol.
Who can we? Who do we have to keep an eye out? And if they do anything, oh, by the way, TK has to go. Oh, all right, see you later, TK. We're about to finish off anyway. Yeah, there was like this kind of like this witch hunt going on in mods chat. Like, who can we kick? Who can we get rid of? Who needs to keep an eye out for? And yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. Yeah, like the positive note is that it finished, and Luca showed everyone by winning, and maybe he owes me a championship match for helping him stand the tournament.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, ultimately, I think it's good he came back. To be honest,
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this has been a really long cast. Do you have anything else you want to say, Cole?
Well, I know also a lot of people said like, well, you know, I'm glad it's over. But it's been a fun time for me at least. For other people as well. For some other people, I know it's been fun as well. Even though there was drama, like it was a fun tournament, and the games played. People got to play the games that they probably wouldn't have played.
Yeah, me too.
If they weren't in the Disney tournament, like they wouldn't even touch the games ever in life. So for me especially, that Sans probably wouldn't play like Bugs Life and shit like that. And yeah, like it got people to learn about more games and see if they like it and enjoy some new games, see and discover stuff like that. So
I had a really
it
really
was
good
super
time.
cool.
I had a lot of fun in the tournament. I yeah,
Would you
yeah,
say,
go on.
yeah, would you say that it could be called a successor of IS-7?
A what? A success what? Of
A
IS?
successor.
Oh, the IS-7. Oh no, I think Disney Dash was much better than IS-7. I think IS-7 was a
Mm-hmm.
complete mess, to be honest. And
Oh.
no, Disney Dash was much better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like lots of great ideas, lots of good games, people playing all these kind of different games, and all of my races I enjoyed immensely. I wish I could have done a bit better, um, but yeah, great tournament. No issues in hindsight. I'm really glad it happened. So yeah, thanks for everyone for making it happen. Um,
Yeah.
all right. I guess that's it for us. This is Disney Cast, the final Disney Cast. I don't know what's going to happen with this channel or this Discord server for that matter in the future. Maybe another Disney thing sometime in the, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's gonna take a different step towards future this server is. But TK would probably tell us now if he was in
If he was
here.
around.
But
So we'll let him
yeah,
surprise you. So, all right.
yeah, we'll let him surprise UT server. So
That's all right.
yeah,
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
goodbye.